Harry Potter in green and silver, not red, not gold, no Gryffindor sword, no Weasley dinners, just a cold stone common room, and a dark legacy staring back at him. What if the boy who lived was sorted into Slytherin? Would he become the hero we know, or something much, much darker? Let's find out what really happens when the sorting hat says, Slytherin. The sorting that changed everything. The great hall falls silent. Harry's fingers dig into the edge of the stool as the sorting hat lowers over his eyes. Difficult, very difficult, but not a bad mind. A thirst to prove yourself. In the timeline we know, Harry begged for Gryffindor, but in this one, the hat leans closer and says, you could be great in Slytherin, and this time, it doesn't listen to him. Slytherin, it says. The Slytherin table erupts. The Gryffindor table goes silent. Ron Weasley's face drops. Draco Malfoy smirks, just for a second, before realizing, this is going to get complicated. The Draco dilemma. Malfoy makes the first move. He welcomes Harry with a fake smile and extends his hand again. In this version, Harry doesn't slap it away, but he doesn't take it either. He nods, cold, guarded, calculating. Malfoy sees him as a prize, a tool for power and status. Harry sees him for what he is, a manipulative brat, desperate to look important. And so, an invisible Cold War begins between two boys sharing the same house, same dorm, same air. Their rivalry won't be loud this time. It'll be quiet and far more dangerous. No golden trio. In the original story, Harry finds a warm bed in Gryffindor Tower. In this one, he's met with the chilling echo of the Slytherin common room beneath the Black Lake. He sits alone in classes. Ron treats him like a traitor. Hermione studies him from across the room, cautious, confused, trying to understand. They never become friends. There's no saving Hermione from the troll in the bathroom because they never go looking. There's no bonding over bravery in a midnight duel. Harry is on his own. Worshipped by the wrong people. Strange things start to happen. Older Slytherin students leave him notes. Some leave him gifts. A new broomstick, a rare potion book, a snake-shaped pin made of silver. One whispers to him in the hallway, my father says you're the one who'll finish what the Dark Lord started. Some truly believe Harry is Voldemort's heir. Some just want to be close to power, but all of them treat him like royalty. At first, Harry is confused, then flattered, then disturbed. He begins to understand the internal machinery of Slytherin House. Loyalty is currency, and he's very, very rich. Snape's impossible standards. Snape remains Snape. He still sees James Potter in Harry's face, still carries a bitter hatred behind his eyes. But now that Harry wears green and silver, Snape is his head of house. And Slytherin House does not tolerate failure. Snape is brutal, harder on Harry than any other student. He humiliates him in front of classmates, assigns extra essays, publicly questions his abilities. But there's a difference. He also protects him. When other professors question Harry's presence in Slytherin, Snape shuts it down. It's not kindness, it's pride. He won't let James Potter's son ruin his house. The Voldemort whisper. It starts with stories. In hushed voices, the older students talk about Tom, a brilliant boy, a misunderstood genius, a victim of the system. They don't call him Voldemort, they say, he who almost saved the wizarding world. Harry listens. At first he's horrified, then curious, then fascinated. He sneaks into the restricted section to read more. Tom Riddle's notebooks, his rise, his vision, his manipulation of Hogwarts itself. Harry starts asking dangerous questions. Why did he turn? Could it have been different? He doesn't want to become Tom Riddle, but he starts to understand him, and that is even more dangerous. A new kind of power. With the Gryffindors distant and the Slytherins in awe, Harry begins to change. He's still brave, but no longer impulsive. He's still moral, but no longer loud about it. He hides his true self behind a cold, clever mask. He starts gathering information. He listens more than he speaks. He charms his professors when needed, evades rules with precision, and uses favors like currency. He doesn't trust anyone, but everyone respects him. He becomes quietly feared, not because he's evil, but because no one can tell which side he's on. The big what-ifs. He still joins the Quidditch team and becomes Slytherin's Star Seeker. He flies like he's got a dragon's bloodline. Even Malfoy can't keep up. But without Ron, the Weasley twins don't befriend him. No Fred and George antics, no secret passageways, no Marauder's map. Without Hermione, there's no one to challenge his thinking, to keep him grounded. Without Hagrid's emotional support, he grows colder. He still faces trials, trolls, basilisks, dementors. But he solves them differently, less heart, more strategy. The outcomes don't always change. But how he gets there, very different. The prophecy reimagined. Dumbledore watches Harry from a distance. He senses the shift. Harry still bears the scar, still holds the connection. But now, he's closer to the edge, closer to the very darkness he's supposed to defeat. Some in the Order of the Phoenix don't trust him. Some wonder if he'll turn. Meanwhile, inside Slytherin, Harry is gaining power, not through friendship, but through reputation, fear, and mystique. The prophecy still looms, but this time, no one is sure which side of it Harry stands on. Hermione reaches out. One day, Harry finds a note in his bag. "I know you're not like them." Hermione meets him in the library. "I don't care what house you're in. I care what choices you make." It's the first real moment of warmth Harry has felt since the sorting. He doesn't say much, just nods. But for the first time in a long time, he wonders if he's still the same boy who came to Hogwarts, wide-eyed and hopeful. The battle within. By year 4, Hogwarts is no longer just a school. It's a battlefield of ideologies. And at the center of it all stands a Slytherin named Harry Potter. He walks the halls like a ghost, feared by some, respected by many, truly known by no one. He's learned every spell in the book, but he's also learned how people work, how power works. When Voldemort returns, something inside Harry hardens. He doesn't run, he doesn't plead, he prepares. Gone is the naive boy who dreamed of friends and flying. Now stands a strategist, a silent protector, a reluctant weapon. Not because he wants revenge, but because he has to win. And in Slytherin, winning is everything. Same destiny, different weapon. He still faces Voldemort. He still chooses to fight. But it's not loyalty or love that fuels him. It's clarity. He sees evil clearly. He sees the system that built it. And he decides to burn it down. And build something better. Harry wins, but he doesn't become a celebrated hero. He becomes a myth, the Slytherin who turned the tide and vanished into history. Some say he was never fully light or dark. Just a boy with a scar, who understood both. Maybe the Sorting Hat was right all along. Maybe Harry could have done great things in Slytherin. He did, but he paid for every one of them. No friendships, no warmth, no Ron. Because in this timeline, Ron never got close enough to care. And in the next one, he doesn't just stay away. He turns. Imagine Ron Weasley, Harry's best friend, joining Voldemort's side. What could push him that far? What betrayal, what pain, what darkness would make him switch sides in the war? Don't miss. What if Ron Weasley turned on Harry and joined Voldemort? Trust me, it's worse than you think.